Good evening, class. Dr. Doty, esteemed faculty. I'm here with my roommate, Chris Smith. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Good. We are about to partake in some good conversation, which is, of course, associated with our favorite cereal. I'm going to acquire some kicks momentarily. And looks like you're enjoying some Honey Nut Cheerios. Amen to that. Chris is also in the LEAP program. As of recently, he transferred from the traditional program to LEAP, and he is a psychology major. We have conversations about once a day, once an evening. So we'll probably just do what we usually do.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me too. So does these kicks. Take that for grammar. So as a psychology major, I think we've talked a lot about, like your viewpoints and how you would approach psychology and whatnot.
Yeah.
What can you tell me something that maybe I don't know, or maybe I haven't comprehended, or maybe that we haven't talked about? Like, what got you into psychology, and what drives that for you?
Actually, it's become sort of a combination of things. When I first got into psychology, it was because, the typical, I want to help people and all this kind of stuff. And you and I have already talked about how people just kind of come to me with the problems and just talk to me about things. And I felt like I was kind of good at it. I enjoyed being able to help people, and I wanted to know what I was talking about. So that's the first reason. The second reason that's kind of coming out of the woodworks as my education progresses is it helps me to understand some of the things that I'm going through as well. It's just as much to help me figure out some of the things that go on inside of my head and help me to deal with some of the things in my past, as it is a way to prepare to help other people. So, yeah, that's sort of a recent development, actually. I don't think we've talked about that.
So it's more recent that it's something that is, helps you as well?
Mm-hmm. Well, it at least sheds light on some things for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can only self-counsel, to a certain extent,
Safely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At some point you just become arrogant or ignorant, too, and get yourself on the wrong track, and you think you know what you're talking about, and you're doing damage, so
yeah.
It's not a good idea.
This has been a pause for station identification.
So yeah, that's actually dawned on me probably in the last 3 weeks to a month.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been kind of interesting.
Yeah, we have not talked about that. In fact, it's interesting because you're one of the most helpful people I've ever met.
Wow.
I mean, as far as, honestly, you are always, whether if you're cooking something, you're always offering food to me or to whoever else, other guests are here or whatever. And you're always helping your friends. I mean, you're always headed out the door to save someone in distress. And I think that's interesting. It seems like a given, but I guess that's the point of this conversation. I've never actually made that connection between that attitude in your life and your definite interest in psychology and, the human mind, and actually helping people deal with what they have going on in their lives. I never really connected that practical aspect of you just helping people, and, somebody's stranded, needs a ride, and just that's really a big part of your being, seems like.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of it's interesting that you bring up the example of giving somebody a ride. Using that analogy, right now I give people a ride in my little Honda.
Mm-hmm.
The purposes of me getting an education is for me to upgrade the vehicle that I use. The means that I have to help other people, so I can drive around in a van and do a little bit better of a job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
wow.
It's a good analogy.
That's cool, man. That was a good conversation. I learned a lot. Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's give him a hand. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And thank you, class, for enjoying this. Basically, what is a just a snippet of our lives here in G114, apartment G114. Have a great night. Thank you. This is so good, I don't want to stop it. I just want to let it roll.
I kind of would like to set up a camera somewhere, like right above the TV.